but as his headlights cut through the heavy rain, something made him slam on the brakes. There, near the ditch, a flicker of blue light from a shattered police radio, and beside it a motionless figure. He jumped out, heart racing, rain soaking through his jacket instantly. Max barked, tense and alert. As Tom got closer, his stomach dropped. It was a woman in a police uniform, her face pale, blood staining her sleeve inside. Her badge read, Officer Grace Carter. Tom knelt beside her, checking her pulse, weak, but there. "Hang on, officer," he whispered. "You're gonna be okay." Her radio crackled faintly, but the words were drowned by thunder. The area was remote, no signal, no help nearby. He had two choices. Drive to the nearest hospital 15 miles away or try to stabilize her here. The problem: she was bleeding badly. Tom tore off his flannel shirt, pressing it against her wound. "Max, flashlight," he said. The dog darted to the truck, grabbed the small flashlight in its teeth, a trick Emily had taught him, and brought it back. The beam of light revealed skid marks leading into the trees. A police car, wrecked upside down in the ditch. Grace groaned, barely conscious. "Suspect got away, backup." Tom leaned closer. "Don't talk. Save your strength." Her eyes met his, terrified yet trusting. In that moment, something inside Tom shifted. This wasn't just about saving a stranger. It was about doing what was right, no matter what it cost. He carefully lifted her into his truck, laying her across the back seat. Max jumped in beside her, resting his head on her arm as if promising to protect her. Tom sped off, tires spinning through mud, wipers fighting the storm. Halfway down the road, her breathing grew shallow. Tom's mind raced. He pulled over near an abandoned service station, dragged her inside, and found an old first aid kit. He'd once trained in emergency response before life pushed him into simpler work. A memory from a life that felt distant now. He cleaned the wound, wrapped her arm, and used duct tape to secure a makeshift splint. When her breathing steadied, he sat beside her, shaking. "You're gonna make it?" he murmured, more to himself than her. Meanwhile, at the precinct across town, the police were in chaos. Officer Grace had gone silent after chasing a dangerous suspect linked to a recent kidnapping case. Her tracker showed her last location in the woods near Ridge Road, where Tom now was. Hours later, as dawn began to break, the rain eased. Grace stirred, whispering, "Where am I?" "Safe," Tom said softly. "You're safe now." Her eyes focused on him, the scruffy man with tired eyes and a loyal dog. "You saved me." He nodded. "We both did," he said, scratching Max's head. Moments later, sirens wailed in the distance. The police arrived, surrounding the area. Grace's colleagues rushed in, guns drawn, until she weakly lifted her hand. "He's not the suspect. He's the reason I'm alive." The officers lowered their weapons, confusion turning to gratitude as they realized the truth. The medics took Grace, but before they left, she reached for Tom's hand. "You risked everything for me." "Why?" Tom looked away, eyes glistening. "Because years ago, no one stopped to help when my wife's car crashed. I swore if I ever had the chance to save someone, I wouldn't hesitate." The officers fell silent. Even hardened cops felt the weight of his words. A few days later, Tom received a call from the station. Officer Grace wanted to see him. When he arrived, Emily by his side and Max wagging happily, Grace stood there, in uniform, arms still in a sling, but smiling. "I never got to thank you properly," she said. "Because of you, I'm alive, and because of your quick thinking, the evidence in that wreck led us to the suspect. We caught him." Tom was speechless. Emily tugged his sleeve, whispering, "Daddy, you're a hero." He smiled faintly. "No, sweetie, we just did what was right." Grace knelt to pet Max. "You too, partner," she said warmly. The dog licked her hand, tail wagging. Then the police chief stepped forward. "Mr. Thomas Reed, the department would like to honor you for your bravery and selflessness." He handed Tom a plaque. "You reminded all of us what it truly means to serve." The small ceremony ended with applause, but the moment that stuck with everyone came afterward. When Emily looked up at Grace and said, "Maybe my mom sent Daddy to find you." Grace's eyes filled with tears. She hugged the little girl, whispering, "Maybe she did." Months passed, and life slowly returned to normal. But sometimes, on quiet evenings, Grace would visit Tom and Emily for dinner. Max would run circles around them, tail wagging endlessly. The bond they'd formed that stormy night had turned into something like family, born not of blood, but of shared humanity.